What is Microsoft Copilot for Office 365? Microsoft Copilot for Microsoft 365 is an AI-powered tool integrated into Microsoft 365 apps like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Teams, and more. It assists users in various tasks such as drafting documents, transforming text, creating tables, summarizing content, and providing suggestions to enhance productivity and streamline workflows within the Microsoft Office ecosystem. Copilot leverages large language models, LLMs, and data from the Microsoft Graph to turn user input into actionable insights, making it a powerful productivity tool that aims to revolutionize the way people work. Additionally, Copilot is designed to learn new skills and adapt to different domains and processes, offering a consistent user experience across different Microsoft 365 applications. Microsoft is committed to building Copilot responsibly, following AI principles and responsible AI standards to ensure data security, privacy, and mitigate potential harms. As Microsoft continues to develop Copilot, it will be integrated into more productivity apps, offering users the opportunity to enhance their skills, focus on meaningful work, and increase productivity within the Microsoft Office suite. How to set up Copilot? The steps to set up Microsoft Copilot for Microsoft 365 are as follows. Log into Microsoft account. Log into your Microsoft account on the official website. Download Microsoft Copilot. Go to the download page and click the Download button. Run the downloaded file to install Microsoft Copilot. Assign licenses. Sign into the Microsoft 365 Admin Center and navigate to Billing, Licenses. Select Copilot for Microsoft 365. In the Product Details page, assign licenses to users and manage their access to Copilot and other apps and services. Provision users. Ensure that users are provisioned in your tenant before assigning Copilot licenses. Follow the steps in the Microsoft Copilot for Microsoft 365 Setup Guide or add users and assign licenses in Microsoft 365 to create users and assign licenses. Enable Copilot features. Once licenses are assigned, the Copilot experience will automatically appear for users in Microsoft 365 apps. In some experiences like Word, a Copilot dialog will appear when creating a new document, while in others, Copilot is quickly accessible on the ribbon. Send welcome email. Send a welcome email to introduce users to Microsoft Copilot for Microsoft 365 and its features. Use the Microsoft Copilot for Microsoft 365 Setup Guide to send a welcome email to Copilot users. Enable feedback settings. Enable feedback settings for Microsoft Copilot for Microsoft 365 users to provide details with their reactions to Copilot suggestions. Use the Cloud Policy Service or Group Policies to enable feedback submission. Review Usage Report. After users have used Copilot, review the Microsoft Copilot for Microsoft 365 Usage Report in the Microsoft 365 Admin Center under Reports, Usage. The report provides insights into user adoption, retention, and engagement with Microsoft Copilot for Microsoft 365. By following these steps, users can effectively set up Microsoft Copilot for Microsoft 365, leveraging its AI-powered features to enhance productivity and streamline tasks within the Microsoft 365 environment. When will Microsoft Copilot become available? When will it launch? Microsoft Copilot for Microsoft 365 has already been launched and is generally available. Here is a step-by-step explanation of its availability and launch. Initial launch for enterprise customers. Microsoft 365 Copilot was initially made generally available for enterprise customers on 1st November 2023. Initially, enterprise customers had to commit to at least 300 users and pay an additional cost of $9,000 minimum to access Copilot. Availability for all businesses. Microsoft has now made Copilot available for all businesses, large and small, with no minimum amount of users required. Businesses of all sizes can now access Copilot for Microsoft 365 at a $30 per user per month subscription fee. Availability for educational institutions. Starting January 1, 2024, Copilot for Microsoft 365 will be generally available for Microsoft 365 A3 and A5 faculty in educational institutions, with a $30 per user per month subscription fee. Additionally, Copilot for Microsoft 365 will be available for all faculty users and higher education students who are 18 years or older starting in early February 2024. What is the minimum requirement for Copilot licenses? The minimum requirement for Microsoft Copilot licenses has evolved over time. Here is a step-by-step explanation of the changes in the minimum requirements for Copilot licenses. Initial requirement. Initially, when Microsoft Copilot for Microsoft 365 was launched, there was a minimum requirement of 300 user licenses for enterprise customers. This meant that enterprise customers had to commit to at least 300 users to access Copilot, with an additional cost associated with this minimum requirement. Change in requirement. As of 15th January 2024, the minimum requirement for Copilot licenses was removed, allowing businesses to purchase even a single license or any number of licenses without a minimum threshold. This change made it more accessible for businesses of all sizes, including smaller companies, to procure Copilot licenses without the previous 300 user constraint. Current licensing information. Currently, to access Microsoft Copilot, users need specific licenses such as E3, E5 for Microsoft 365 Office 365, A5, A3 for education, or business standard premium licenses. The cost for Copilot for Microsoft 365 is $30 per user per month, with no longer a minimum requirement of 300 user licenses, making it more flexible for businesses to adopt this AI-powered productivity tool. How to use Microsoft 365 Copilot in Word. Here is how to use Microsoft 365 Copilot in Word. There are two main approaches to leverage Copilot's functionalities within Word. First, draft with Copilot. This approach is ideal for starting a new document and letting Copilot assist you in content creation. Open a new blank document in Word. Locate the Copilot icon. This might be a button or a menu option depending on your Word version. It's typically found in the top right corner of the document window. Click on the Copilot icon and select Draft with Copilot. A prompt box will appear. Here, you can type in a brief description of the content you want to create. For example, write a blog post about the benefits of using renewable energy sources. Click Generate. Copilot will analyze your prompt and start generating text for your document. You can use the Keep It, Regenerate, or Discard buttons to accept, revise, or reject the generated content. As you continue writing, Copilot can offer suggestions for grammar, style, and phrasing. Second, use Copilot while editing an existing document. This approach is useful for getting assistance with specific sections of your existing Word document. Open your existing document in Word. Place your cursor at the point in the document where you want Copilot's help. Click on the Copilot icon. Depending on your needs, you can choose one of the following options: Rewrite, highlight the text you want to rewrite, then select Rewrite from the Copilot menu. Copilot will offer suggestions for rephrasing the selected text. Inspire Me, place your cursor on a new line and select Inspire Me. Copilot will analyze your existing content and suggest additional text to continue your document. Use the context menu. Right-click anywhere in the document and look for options like Copilot Suggestions or similar wording. This might provide context-specific suggestions from Copilot. Additional tips. The more specific your prompts or questions for Copilot, the better it can understand your needs and provide valuable suggestions. Don't hesitate to review and edit the text generated by Copilot. It's a starting point, and you can always personalize it to fit your voice and style. By using these methods, you can leverage Microsoft Copilot to enhance your writing workflow in Word and potentially save time while creating content. How to use Microsoft 365 Copilot in Excel. Here is how to utilize Microsoft 365 Copilot within Excel to streamline your data analysis and visualization tasks. Leverage Copilot for formula suggestions. Highlight a cell or range where you want to create a formula. Click on the Copilot icon. Select Suggest a formula. Copilot will analyze your data and suggest relevant formulas that can be applied to the selected cells. Choose the appropriate formula from the suggestions based on your needs. Example, sum, average, COUNTIF. Copilot might also offer additional context, like brief explanations of the suggested formulas. Utilize Copilot for data analysis and visualization. Select your data range in the Excel spreadsheet. Click on the Copilot icon. Choose Analyze Data. Copilot will analyze the selected data and suggest insightful visualizations like charts, graphs, or pivot tables. Review the suggested visualizations and select the one that best represents the insights you want to convey. Copilot might offer interactive features for further data exploration within the chosen visualization. Get insights and trends with Copilot. Format your data as a table in Excel. This allows Copilot to work more effectively with your data. Click on the Copilot icon. Select Get Insights. Copilot will analyze the table data and identify potential trends, outliers, or interesting patterns. It might display the insights as charts, summaries, or text descriptions highlighting key points within your data. Ask questions with natural language. This approach allows you to interact with Copilot using plain English for specific tasks. Click on the Copilot icon. Type your question in the search bar. For instance, you could ask, "Show me the average sales for each quarter this year." Create a chart comparing sales figures across different regions. Highlight the top 5 performing products based on sales data. Copilot will analyze your question and provide relevant results in the form of formulas, visualizations, or data summaries. Additional tips. The more organized and clean your data is in Excel, the better Copilot can understand it and provide accurate suggestions. Don't be afraid to experiment with different prompts and questions to explore the full range of Copilot's functionalities within Excel. While Copilot offers suggestions, it's always recommended to review and customize the formulas or visualizations to perfectly suit your analysis needs. By following these steps and tips, you can leverage Microsoft Copilot as a valuable tool to save time, gain deeper insights from your data, and create compelling visualizations within Excel spreadsheets. How to use Microsoft 365 Copilot in PowerPoint. Here is how to leverage Microsoft 365 Copilot within PowerPoint to enhance your presentation creation process. Generate drafts with Copilot. Open a new blank presentation in PowerPoint. Locate the Copilot icon. This might be a button or a menu option depending on your version. It's typically found in the top right corner of the slide window. Click on the Copilot icon and select Create Presentation. A prompt box will appear. Here, you can type in a brief description of your presentation topic or the key points you want to cover. Click Generate. Copilot will analyze your prompt and start generating content for your slides, including suggested layouts, text, and even images. You can use the Keep It, Regenerate, or Discard buttons to accept, revise, or reject the generated content for each slide. Utilize Copilot for content creation within slides. Open your existing presentation or a specific slide where you want Copilot's assistance. Place your cursor on the slide where you want content suggestions. Click on the Copilot icon. Choose the appropriate option based on your needs. Suggest talking points. This provides suggestions for bullet points or key messages to include on the slide. Write an intro or outro. Get assistance in crafting an engaging introduction or concluding statement for your slide. Inspire me with visuals. Copilot might recommend relevant images, icons, or graphics to enhance your slide's visual appeal. Leverage Copilot for design and formatting. Select a slide in your presentation. Click on the Copilot icon. Choose Redesign this slide. Copilot will analyze the existing content and suggest alternative layouts, color schemes, or font styles for a more professional presentation. Review the suggestions and keep the ones that align with your vision. Ask questions and get feedback. Click on the Copilot icon. Type your question in the search bar related to your presentation. For instance, suggest a transition effect between slides 3 and 4. Copilot will analyze your question and provide relevant suggestions or resources to enhance your presentation. Additional tips. Providing clear and specific prompts to Copilot will lead to more relevant and helpful suggestions. Remember to review and edit the generated content or suggestions to personalize your presentation and ensure accuracy. By utilizing these methods, you can leverage Microsoft Copilot to streamline your presentation creation workflow, gain creative inspiration, and ensure your slides are well structured and visually appealing. How to use Microsoft 365 Copilot in OneNote. Microsoft 365 Copilot offers a variety of functionalities to enhance your note-taking and information organization within OneNote. Here is how to leverage its capabilities. Summarize your notes. Select a section or page in your OneNote notebook that contains notes you want to summarize. Click on the Copilot icon. This might be a button or a menu option depending on your OneNote version. Choose Summarize. Copilot will analyze your selected text and generate a concise summary, capturing the key points of your notes. The summary will be displayed within the Copilot pane, and you can copy and paste it elsewhere in your OneNote or other applications. Create actionable to-do lists. Highlight a section of your notes containing tasks or action items. Click on the Copilot icon. Select Draft a to-do list. Copilot will identify actionable items from your highlighted text and create a to-do list within the Copilot pane. Each to-do item can be checked off as you complete the task, and you can copy the entire list to another location within OneNote. Generate plans and outlines. Click on the Copilot icon. Choose Draft a plan from the menu. In the prompt box, specify the type of plan you need help with. For example, draft a meeting agenda for a marketing brainstorming session. Copilot will generate a structured plan or outline based on your prompt, helping you stay focused and organized. Refine your notes with additional features. Leverage the Understand tab within the Copilot pane. Here, you can choose from functionalities like break down key points, get a bulleted list highlighting the main points from your selected notes. Pros and cons, analyze your notes and identify potential advantages and disadvantages related to a specific topic. Utilize the chat functionality within Copilot to ask questions about your notes in plain English. For example, what are the key deadlines mentioned in these notes? Additional tips. The more organized your notes are in OneNote, the better Copilot can understand them and provide helpful summaries or suggestions. Experiment with different prompts and functionalities within Copilot to discover the most suitable approach for your specific note-taking needs. Remember to review and edit the generated content or suggestions to ensure accuracy and personalize your notes. By following these steps, you can leverage Microsoft Copilot to improve your note-taking efficiency in OneNote. It can help you summarize key points, create actionable plans, and organize your thoughts more effectively. How to use Microsoft 365 Copilot in Outlook. Microsoft Copilot's functionalities within Outlook are currently focused on enhancing your email drafting and management experience. Here is how to leverage Copilot to streamline your workflow. Generate draft emails with Copilot, available in new Outlook and web versions. Start a new email in Outlook. Locate the Copilot icon. This might be a button or a menu option depending on your version. It's typically found in the top portion of the Email Compose window. Click on the Copilot icon and select Draft with Copilot. A prompt box will appear. Here, You can type a brief description of the email you want to create. For instance, compose an email to my manager requesting a deadline extension for the project report. Click Generate. Copilot will analyze your prompt and start generating draft text for your email body. You can use the Keep It, Regenerate Draft, or Discard buttons to accept, revise, or reject the generated content. Important note: this functionality is currently only supported in the new Outlook experience and web versions of Outlook. Legacy versions might not have Copilot integration for email drafting. Improve existing email drafts with Copilot coaching, available in all Outlook versions. Draft your email as usual in Outlook. Place your cursor anywhere within the email body. Click on the Copilot icon. Select Coaching by Copilot from the menu. Copilot will analyze your email content and provide suggestions for clarity and conciseness. It might identify areas where you can simplify your language or shorten sentences. Professional tone. Copilot can suggest adjustments to ensure your email maintains a professional tone. Meeting scheduling. If you mention specific times in your email, Copilot might offer suggestions for scheduling a meeting directly within Outlook. Leverage Copilot for additional tasks. Limited availability. There might be limited functionalities like summarize email thread or extract key points available in Copilot for Outlook depending on your specific version and organization's setup. These functionalities are still under development, so their availability might vary. Additional tips. The more specific your prompts are for Copilot in Draft with Copilot, the better it can understand your needs and generate relevant email content. Use Copilot's coaching for existing drafts as a valuable second opinion to refine your email communication. Remember to review and edit the generated content or suggestions to personalize your emails and ensure accuracy. By incorporating these steps, you can leverage Microsoft Copilot to save time on email composition, improve clarity and professionalism in your communication, and potentially explore additional features as they become available within Outlook. How to use Microsoft 365 Copilot in Microsoft Teams. Here is how to utilize Microsoft 365 Copilot within Microsoft Teams to enhance your collaboration and communication experience. In team chats and channels, summarize discussions. Within a chat conversation or channel discussion, highlight a section of text you want to summarize. Click on the Open Copilot icon. You might find this in the top right corner of the chat or channel window. Choose Summarize. Copilot will analyze the highlighted text and provide a concise summary capturing the main points of the conversation. Facilitate brainstorming and decision-making. Click on the Open Copilot icon within your chat or channel. Choose Brainstorm Ideas from the menu. Type in a prompt related to the topic you are discussing. For instance, creative solutions for improving customer service. Copilot will generate a list of ideas to spark discussion and help your team explore various possibilities. Similarly, you can use Help Us Decide. Briefly describe a decision your team needs to make, and Copilot might offer a structured framework or voting options to facilitate the process. Generate meeting notes and action items. During a Teams meeting, ensure transcription is enabled for the meeting. Your organizer might need to do this beforehand. Click on the Open Copilot icon within the meeting window. Choose Generate Meeting Notes. Copilot will analyze the meeting transcript and generate a summary, including key points, decisions made, and action items. You can also choose List Action Items to get a separate list of tasks identified from the meeting discussion. Ask questions and get insights. Click on the Open Copilot icon in your chat or channel. Type your question in the search bar related to the conversation or a specific topic. Summarize the key points from John's presentation. What decisions were made during the marketing team meeting yesterday? Copilot will analyze your question and provide relevant information or insights based on the chat channel history. Additional tips. Organizing your conversations with clear headings or topics will help Copilot understand the context better and provide more relevant summaries or suggestions. Remember that Copilot acts as an assistant, not a replacement for human interaction. It can aid communication and collaboration, but doesn't eliminate the need for discussion and critical thinking within your team. By leveraging these functionalities, Microsoft Copilot can streamline your communication and collaboration within teams. It can help summarize discussions, generate ideas, and ensure clear meeting notes and action items, ultimately boosting your team's productivity. How to use Microsoft 365 Copilot in Power Platform. Microsoft 365 Copilot's integration with Power Platform focuses on enhancing the development process within Power Automate, formerly known as Microsoft Flow, and Power Apps. Here is a breakdown of how to leverage Copilot in these applications. Important note: availability. Copilot functionalities within Power Platform might still be under development or limited rollout. Their availability depends on your organization's Microsoft 365 subscription plan and admin configuration. Using Copilot in Power Automate, Cloud Flows. Create flows with Copilot assistance. Start creating a new flow in Power Automate. Describe your desired automation scenario in plain English. There might be a dedicated field labeled "Describe it" to design it, or a similar prompt within the designer. Alternatively, you can start by selecting Create and then Describe it. Copilot will analyze your description and suggest potential flow configurations based on your needs. Choose the suggested flow that best suits your scenario, or refine the description for more specific suggestions. Edit flows with Copilot. Open an existing flow you want to modify in Power Automate. Click on the Copilot icon, if available. It might be located on the side panel of the Flow Designer. Depending on your needs, you can choose options like Generate Documentation. Limited availability. Copilot might generate summaries or explanations of the logic within your flow, making it easier for you or others to understand. Suggest improvements. Limited availability. Copilot might analyze your flow and suggest potential optimizations or areas for improvement. Using Copilot in Power Apps, Canvas Apps. Leverage Copilot for user interface design. Start creating a new Canvas app in Power Apps. Drag and drop desired controls, buttons, text boxes, etc. onto the canvas. Click on the Copilot icon, if available. Choose Suggest Layout. Copilot might analyze your placed controls and suggest alternative layouts or design patterns for a more user-friendly interface. Explore additional features. Limited availability. There might be limited functionalities under development, like generating code snippets or suggesting formulas based on your app's logic. These features are subject to updates and might not be universally available yet. Additional tips. Since Copilot in Power Platform is still evolving, its functionalities might vary depending on your specific version and organization setup. Providing clear and concise descriptions when using Describe it to design it in Power Automate can significantly improve Copilot's understanding of your needs. Remember that Copilot acts as an assistant, not a complete replacement for your development skills. Use its suggestions as a starting point and customize them based on your app's requirements. Keep an eye out for updates and announcements from Microsoft regarding Copilot's development within Power Platform for the latest available features. By following these steps and considering the availability caveats, you can explore how Microsoft Copilot can potentially streamline your development process within Power Automate and Power Apps. It can help you create workflows, design user interfaces, and potentially discover new functionalities as they become available. How to use Microsoft Security Copilot. Microsoft Security Copilot works differently from the Copilot integrated within Microsoft 365 applications. It focuses on enhancing security professionals' workflows by leveraging machine learning and automation. Here is how you can leverage Security Copilot. Prerequisites: Microsoft 365 E5, E3, or Business Premium subscription. Your organization needs a qualifying subscription plan to access Security Copilot. Admin setup. Your IT admin needs to have purchased and assigned Security Copilot licenses to your account. User access. After admin setup, standalone and embedded experiences, Security Copilot functionalities can be accessed through to primary channels. Standalone experience. This is a dedicated web application specifically for Security Copilot. You can access it directly through a web browser. Embedded experiences. Security Copilot integrates with other Microsoft security products like Microsoft Defender XDR, Sentinel, and Intune. You see Copilot functionalities embedded within the interface of these applications. Using the standalone experience, open the Security Copilot web application. Explore interface. The interface might have sections for different functionalities like triage alerts, investigate incidents, manage devices, and explore system capabilities. Leverage built-in system features. These features use various plugins to gather data from different security products your organization uses. You can use these features to compare security baselines from different devices, get summaries of existing security policies, identify differences or compare security configurations between devices. Quickly gather details about a specific device by querying Security Copilot. Utilizing embedded experiences. Open a relevant security product like Microsoft Defender XDR, Sentinel, or Intune. Look for Copilot prompts or features within the application interface. These might be buttons, icons, or highlighted functionalities. For instance, you might see options to use natural language to query about security alerts within Defender XDR. Analyze suspicious scripts within Sentinel investigations with Security Copilot's assistance. Generate security policies with natural language prompts within Microsoft Intune. Additional tips. Security Copilot is designed for security professionals with some existing knowledge of cybersecurity concepts and the relevant Microsoft security products. As you interact with Security Copilot, explore its documentation and online resources to understand the functionalities offered within each section or embedded experience. Remember, Security Copilot serves as an intelligent assistant, automating tasks and offering insights. It doesn't replace the critical thinking and decision-making required for security professionals. Microsoft Copilot for SharePoint. Microsoft did indeed announce a new feature called Copilot for SharePoint on 2nd May, 2023. Here is a summary of the key points from that announcement. Focus on content creation and personalization. This integration of Copilot aimed to streamline content creation and improve the user experience within SharePoint. Leveraging large language models, LLMs. Microsoft announced that Copilot would utilize LLMs and data from the Microsoft Graph to generate custom SharePoint sites and pages tailored to user needs. Maintaining security and privacy. The announcement emphasized that Microsoft would prioritize data security and privacy while using LLMs and user data within Copilot. Availability timeline. Based on 2nd May, 2023 announcement. Initial announcement, 2nd May, 2023. During the Microsoft 365 conference, possible preview release, sometime in the next few months after the announcement, mentioned alongside other upcoming SharePoint features, full launch. There was no mention of a specific date for the general availability of Copilot for SharePoint in the announcement from 2nd May, 2023. Current status. As of 29th March 2024, potential release. It's possible that Copilot for SharePoint might be available by now, 29th March 2024, but there is no definitive confirmation without an official update from Microsoft. Microsoft Syntax plugins for Microsoft 365 Copilot, and how does it work? Microsoft Syntax plugins for Microsoft 365 Copilot act as a bridge between these two Microsoft services, enhancing Copilot's functionalities for document processing and information management within various Microsoft 365 applications. Here is a breakdown of how they work together. What is Microsoft Syntac? Syntac is an AI-powered service within Microsoft 365 that helps organizations structure, manage, and extract information from documents. It uses machine learning to automatically classify documents, extract key data points, and even generate e-signatures. How do Syntac plugins work with Copilot? Leveraging Syntac capabilities, Copilot integrates with Syntac plugins, allowing you to access Syntax document processing features directly within the Copilot interface of various applications like Teams, Word, and potentially others in the future. Enhanced document workflows. With these plugins, you can perform actions on your documents using natural language prompts within Copilot. For instance, you could say, "Classify this document as a legal contract" in Copilot, and the Syntac plugin would automatically categorize it based on predefined settings. Key functionalities through Copilot. Document classification. You can use Copilot with Syntac plugins to categorize documents into predefined classes or folders based on their content. This simplifies document organization and retrieval. Content assembly. Copilot can leverage Syntac to help you build new documents by combining data from various sources. Imagine prompting Copilot to create a new sales report using data from this quarter's sales spreadsheet, and Syntac might populate a predefined report template with the relevant information. E-signature integration. Copilot, working with Syntac, can streamline the e-signature process. You could use a natural language prompt within Copilot to initiate the e-signature workflow for a specific document and designate who needs to sign it. Benefits of using Syntac plugins with Copilot. Improved efficiency. Automating document processing tasks through Copilot and Syntac saves time and reduces manual effort. Enhanced accuracy. Syntax AI capabilities can ensure consistent and accurate classification and data extraction from documents. Simplified workflows. Performing actions on documents through natural language prompts within Copilot makes document management more intuitive. Availability. As of 29th March 2024. Limited preview. Syntac plugins for Copilot are still in preview mode. This means they might not be widely available to all users yet, and their functionalities could be under development. Admin setup required. Your organization's IT administrator might need to enable these plugins within your Microsoft 365 environment for you to use them. Is Microsoft Copilot free or pricing and licensing? Microsoft Copilot has a two-tier pricing structure, a free basic version and a paid pro version called Copilot Pro. Here is a breakdown of each. Free version. Availability. The basic functionalities of Microsoft Copilot are available for free to most users within various Microsoft 365 applications. Features. The free version offers core functionalities like search and information gathering, assists you in finding relevant information within your data or the web using natural language prompts. Content creation, provides suggestions for text, email drafts, or outlines based on your prompts within specific applications. Limited data analysis, offers basic data analysis and visualization suggestions within applications like Excel. Important note, the availability of specific free features might vary depending on the Microsoft 365 application you're using and your organization's subscription plan. Copilot Pro, paid version. Availability. Copilot Pro requires a separate subscription and is not included in the base Microsoft 365 plans. Features. Copilot Pro builds upon the free version and offers additional functionalities like enhanced performance, generally offers faster response times and prioritize your requests during peak usage times. Advanced content creation, provides more creative and comprehensive suggestions for text formats, email composition, and presentations within compatible applications. Extended data analysis, offers more powerful data analysis features and visualizations within applications like Excel. AI features in Office apps, grants access to additional AI functionalities within specific Office applications, Availability might depend on the application and subscription plan. Pricing and licensing for Copilot Pro. Individual purchase. The exact pricing for individual Copilot Pro subscriptions might vary depending on your region and Microsoft 365 subscription plan. However, it's generally not a free add-on and requires separate payment. Organizational licensing. For organizations, the pricing structure for Copilot Pro might be based on volume licensing agreements. Your organization's IT administrator would have the most up-to-date information on pricing and licensing options for Copilot Pro within your specific plan. Will Copilot for Power Apps replace developers? No, Microsoft Copilot for Power Apps is unlikely to completely replace developers in the foreseeable future. Here is why. Focus on citizen development. Copilot caters to citizen developers, individuals with some technical knowledge but not necessarily professional developers. It helps them create basic to moderate complexity apps without extensive coding experience. Complexity and customization. For complex applications requiring intricate functionalities, data integrations, and unique user interfaces, professional developer skills will remain essential. Logic and problem solving. Copilot excels at automating repetitive tasks and suggesting layouts, but developers' expertise in logic, problem solving, and code optimization remains irreplaceable. Error handling and debugging. While Copilot can help generate code, debugging complex errors and maintaining the application over time will still require developer knowledge. How Copilot augments developers. Increased efficiency. Copilot can automate repetitive tasks like generating basic code, data connections, and layouts, freeing up developers' time for more complex functionalities. Prototyping and ideation. Quickly creating prototypes and exploring design ideas can be streamlined with Copilot's assistance. Reduced maintenance. Copilot can potentially simplify maintenance of low-code apps by automatically generating code for repetitive tasks. The future of low-code development. Collaboration. Copilot might bridge the gap between citizen developers and professional developers, enabling them to collaborate effectively on projects. Evolving functionalities. As Copilot technology advances, it might offer more sophisticated functionalities, potentially blurring the lines between low-code and traditional development further. Overall, Copilot is a valuable tool for citizen developers and can enhance the workflow of professional developers. However, it's unlikely to replace the need for developers altogether. The irreplaceable aspects of human developers include deep programming knowledge, problem-solving skills, ability to handle complex applications, creativity, and innovation. Copilot backend architecture, conceptual. Imagine Copilot as a layered system with several key components working together to provide intelligent suggestions within your Office 365 applications. Data acquisition layer. This layer interacts with various data sources to provide Copilot with the information it needs to analyze and generate suggestions. Data sources could include users' current document or email content within the Office 365 application. Securely accessed organizational data sources authorized by the user, example, internal databases, SharePoint sites. Limited integrations with pre-approved external services, example, online dictionaries, Thesauri. Natural language processing, NLP, layer. This layer processes the text data acquired from various sources. It uses NLP techniques like text analysis, understanding the grammatical structure, syntax, and semantics of the text. Entity recognition, identifying key entities like people, places, or organizations mentioned in the text. Sentiment analysis, understanding the emotional tone or sentiment conveyed in the text. Machine learning, ML, layer. This layer leverages pre-trained machine learning models to analyze the processed text data and generate suggestions. These models might have been trained on large datasets of text and code. Examples of good writing, data visualizations, and communication styles within the context of Office 365 applications. Based on the analysis, The ML layer generates suggestions for improved writing, synonyms, sentence rephrasing, grammar checks, data visualization recommendations, charts, graphs, content generation, completing sentences, expanding ideas, personalization layer. This layer personalizes Copilot's suggestions based on user data. It might consider users' writing style and preferred language, frequently used terms and data points within the organization, past interactions with Copilot and accepted rejected suggestions. Suggestion delivery layer. This layer delivers the generated suggestions back to the user interface of the Office 365 application being used, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, etc. Users can then review and accept, modify, or reject the suggestions as needed. Security and privacy layer. This layer ensures the security and privacy of user data throughout the process. It includes encryption of data at rest and in transit, access controls to restrict unauthorized access to user data, user control over what data Copilot can access and use for personalization. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.